Hello everybody, my name is Daniel, and Godzilla, King of the Monsters, the sequel to the 2014 Godzilla. It is helmed by Michael Dougherty, who did Trick or Treat and Krampus, two movies I absolutely love. And this movie's been mixed, to say the least. The box office was not great. This movie's struggling to kind of make its budget back, and it seems like people are really divided on it. And the most I could say about that is they're right. I mean, everything that everyone says about this movie is 100% right. The humans are dumb. This score is awesome! This A-list cast is completely wasted. So many monsters! The dialogue is terrible. Oh my god, did you see that guy get hit by lightning? Like with most Godzilla movies, your mileage may vary. It just depends on what you want out of your Godzilla film. Do you want the more horror elements of the original movie or Shin Godzilla? Do you want the more monster brawl action of Final Wars? Or do you want something a little sillier like the 70s Godzillas, or, the type of movie where Godzilla, starts jumping and dancing around, or he slides on his tail to kick somebody in the face? And while I like the way they kind of balanced every one of those elements in this film, I can understand how that doesn't quite appeal to people. However, what I will say that really got me about this one was just the scope. The size of Godzilla isn't quite as realized as in the first movie, because mostly you're dealing with humans, which are like this small, compared to Godzilla, which is this big. But in this one, you get to see everything from a monster's point of view, so whenever you see a giant monster just fly across a town and carry a dust cloud that, incinerates everything in its path, whenever you see King Ghidorah, this three-headed hydra, that reminds me of, something from the Bible, like that, seven-headed dragon in Revelation. When you see something that big inside a cloud and just shooting lightning everywhere, whenever you see Godzilla for the first time and just feel that weight, that presence that's there, that's when the movie took my breath away the most. That's when this movie works the best. It's not just seeing monsters fight each other to where you gain that idea of spectacle. It's in the mythology, the stuff that's the biggest, kind of the most important elements of our human society, where it comes to religion, or it comes to our place in the natural order, the ecosystem, that conveys this idea that really we are just living in the world of the Titans. I mean, think about that. The Titans, that brings up imagery of Zeus and Kronos and giant Greek gods and pantheon. Every piece of this movie is centered around this idea that these monsters are king. And to help with that, man, the score is some of the most fun I've had listening to a soundtrack this year. When I was writing my review for Letterboxd, I'll leave my link in the description below, man, just listening to that score, how brassy, how much guitar is in it. There's a bunch of these chants in the background, these Japanese choir of men, they're just chanting in the background. It gets you really pumped. It gets you in that mood of feeling muscular and brassy, like I said. It really does feel like this is made specifically for a giant atomic breathing monster. I understand there's a lot of flaws with the film, and I understand that some of the character development doesn't really make a lot of sense, and I understand that this cast is very Roland Emmerich feeling, but I feel like part of that's on purpose. I feel, again, to bring out the idea of scope, Dougherty is harking back to stuff like Armageddon or Independence Day, the movies that in their time, with their own budget and in their own way, found a way to make us think, oh my god, this is a larger scale of action than anything we've really had to deal and reckon with, and in a way that's in our real world. I say that knowing that there's a lot of dumb dialogue and stupid jokes and stereotypes and blah blah blah, but I think the idea of this spectacle, this gigantic scope, is really what we should take away or at least what I took away. I grabbed my ticket in D-Box. Every time Godzilla stomped on the ground or shot the atomic breath, I felt it vibrate in my seat. And it really just immersed me in that world. And so I feel like if you're coming into this movie for the monster, for the spectacle, despite the kind of ludicrous plot and the bad character work and some bad acting, to be honest, I think you'll be able to slide past that and really relish in the stuff that I relished in. Hopefully you do. Hopefully you check out Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I really do think it's worth your time. So that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please click the like button. Please click subscribe. And they changed the notifications, so when you click the bell, make sure you click all notifications. That way you will get every video I put out. I promise I will not spam you. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Letterboxd. All those are going to be in the comments below. I've got a couple other reviews out. I've got ones for Detective Pikachu, John Wick Chapter 3, Avengers Endgame. If you haven't checked those out, I'm going to be linking the little playlist here at the end of the video. But until next time I see you, which should be either for The Dead Don't Die, or Child's Play, or Toy Story 4, it's all coming out, baby. Until then, thank you all very much again. 3 times thanking you for the time and attention. Y'all take care.